Welcome. Fukuoka Fat Guys, episode 116.
Yep, that's about how many kilos I am right now.
Yeah, that's my ideal weight. Oh man, you hear that?
Yeah, but it's but how many days left till the end of 2021?
It is today, the 23rd.
22nd over there, so 9 days.
So yeah, it's been a hell of a year, man. We're a couple days away from Christmas.
Yep, another year that I'm fat.
I don't know. You did good. You did the transformation this year. Next year, it's my turn to do something more. I don't know. Well, it wasn't too bad. And did this stop?
No, it's going.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, if we lose our audio, I'm sorry. I get paranoid, as we've had many a time where it's just gone away. But yeah, man, and hopefully this will be our quietest episode yet. We finished our work really quickly to make it over here. How's school going? Are you guys out yet, or?
Yeah, we had our closing ceremony on Tuesday, so I'm just they have what's called extra lessons, and I just go in and like do the morning meeting, and then I just, like today it was nice. Like I went to the morning meeting, and then I just went to Anytime Fitness, and then so it's really good to like just sometimes like I prefer lifting by myself in my house, home gym style workouts. But today I had a little time, and I wanted to just ride my bicycle to a new gym, and I went over there and just checked it out, and then like took my time warming up and hit a workout, and it was nice, like.
You joined Anytime, or?
Well, I had a membership for a while, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you'd still had that or if you stopped. No, that's awesome. Yeah, I finished school at my stuff on Tuesday, and so the new company I'm with, they give us like homework and stuff to do on days where we could be like prepping lessons and stuff, and like literally it was fixing sentences from like first grade. They'd have, where do you go? Oh no, it's where did you go, or some shit like that. And it's pretty monotonous, but you know what, I only got one more day of that shit, and then I think I got like 2 days off next week. So
yeah, tomorrow is Christmas Eve for us here, so it should be good.
Are you working the camps?
No, I'm not.
Oh, so you don't even have to go work on Christmas. That's nice, right?
Yeah.
Right. This will be Hannah's second Christmas. Did you get her anything good?
No. I didn't get anyone anything. Like,
I didn't get anybody shit either. About to go out, bring cup ramen and shit to everybody. Merry Christmas. You get a cup ramen. You get a cup ramen. But it's all right. It's cool that you got your your workout in today. After this, I'm probably just gonna go home and work out at my little gym in my back room. But how were your workouts for the whole week? Or
I've been really taking it easy, just trying to basically just get a little bit of movement in every so often. I haven't been working out in the morning, so just whenever I had time at school, I just pop into the school weight room and just deadlift like 200 kilograms, that kind of stuff. So that's 440 pounds for most people who don't do metric.
American.
Yep. So
the rest of us.
But yeah, it's good. I have the ability to like train every day if I want to. So I have the luxury. So it's nice. But everything's not ideal, because if it was ideal, then I could take my time warming up, and the room would be perfectly controlled, temperature wise, and I'd have great equipment, but can't control everything. So
it's good.
Just gotta make the best of what you got, your situation. So.
No, that's good. I mean, hell, because it was fucking cold as shit these first 2 days of this week,
and then got warm as fuck.
Yeah, man. Like, I'm wearing my little light ass jumper thing or whatever again, because God, I don't know what the fuck's with this weather. Like, when I have to go outside and walk like for fucking 30-40 minutes in the cold, it's fucking I damn near felt it was gonna snow. And then, now that I can do work from home and type up some shit, now I'm fucking boiling inside. So yeah, good old weather. But no, nothing crazy on my end. This Christmas, like I said, I ain't getting nothing for nobody, and I'm hoping to.
We're Grinches.
We're broke. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, we're teachers.
Yeah, I know, right? That's where the right thing is. But no, I'm hoping to get in a couple more workouts at the gym before the end of the year.
Hey, does Total close? Like, does it close?
It closes like 2 or 3 days on New Year's Day, and I think the day before and after. So I don't know. I have to check. I have it on my phone, but if they don't, like, I'm just gonna go. Like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna go do. New Year's shit. So much shit. So many things to think about and to get right and stuff. But let's go into some of my research for the week.
Yeah. What did you look at lately?
So it popped up on my thing, and it's like, doctors and shit popping up talking about things that can like help your body. And one of the surprises I found was this dude named Dr. Eric Berg. And that's his YouTube too. It's like Eric Berg DC. But apparently putting lemon juice in your water has some pretty big benefits. And I was like, all right, let's see what we got. And it's like, it could reduce fat in the liver, lower cholesterol, help you lose weight. It might have anti-aging, anti-cancer, reduces kidney stones, and it's a good form of vitamin C, but it has to be from a real lemon, not like the bottled lemon juice.
Yeah.
So yeah, like whatever they do to pasteurize it or whatever, it takes out the vitamin C. So if you like squeeze like a real lemon into it. The last thing, I wrote it down, it was phytonutrition. I don't know what the fuck that is. Phytonutrients. But all that from fucking like squeezing some lemon in your water. Like,
so have you been doing that?
Yeah, I tried it for a couple days. I ran out of lemons, so I haven't done it again. I mean, it's anything hard. It actually tastes pretty well. I knew about some of it. I knew about like the vitamin C and like how it has what are they called? Antioxidants, the stuff that helps with cancer.
Yep.
The anti-aging stuff, I didn't know about that. And reducing fatty liver, I'm not sure what that does. He talked about it for a sec, but my notes weren't that detailed. Like reducing fat in the liver, I'm not sure how that helps, but apparently it does.
Well, that's one of the leading causes of like heart problems, right? And blood problems is fatty liver, right?
So. Oh, well, see, there you go. But I mean, it was such a simple fix, and like I've seen online like people like joking around and like eating lemons every day, and I'm like, why the fuck would you do that? And apparently, that's why. So, it's something easy, something y'all can try. But another interesting thing that I saw was a mistake people make when they try to lose weight is they research how to lose weight, and it says don't research how to lose weight, research how to lower insulin. And because insulin and fat, they're linked, right?
Well, what you're referring to is insulin's job is a storage hormone, right? So like once you have insulin present in your bloodstream, like predominantly insulin, then you're gonna store fatty acids. So I mean, the thing is, like, the body doesn't work in like absolutes, right? So it's the insulin or glucagon, right? Those are the two factors that are like at battle and stuff. So but there's no way you can isolate one or the other, right? So like exercise will actually raise your glycogen levels, damn. Okay, so we're back. Basically, we're talking about like just basically insulin. Its primary job is to actually store fatty acids or store carbohydrate, or it's a storage hormone. So, what you're referring to is probably like they were saying, like if you can control the amount of insulin your body produces, you can reduce your body fat. Is that what you?
Yeah, that's exactly what they were saying. Like, is it easier to try and control your insulin or just to eat properly and all that stuff? Because that sounds a lot harder to me than, doing stuff the old school way.
No, but like that's the.
I mean, it's going to happen either way, right?
Not really. See, the hard part is like controlling your insulin. It could be as simple as like not eating as many carbs or eating in a deficit. But stress actually raises your insulin. Your insulin will, like, it's what actually triggers your insulin is actually a lot of things. So like when you exercise, your insulin raises. There's a lot of things that raise your insulin. If you have an autoimmune response, so like let's say you're allergic to avocados or something in particular, when you actually eat that certain things, your insulin will raise. So it's not as cut and dry as just like trying to control your insulin, because how do you know that you're controlling your insulin, right? Unless you actually measure your blood glucose level in the morning, or you have a continual glucose monitor, a CGM.
Something that the ones they put in your like shoulder or whatever, right?
Yeah. It's like a needle that you stick in you, and then you can look at your phone and it shows you like what your blood glucose is. You'll have a baseline and it shows you like if it's ramped up or if it's low, but so that's really invasive and it's hard for people to actually figure out.
Probably expensive too.
Oh yeah, but I mean, no one likes to have a needle inside them all day long, so.
Nope, I don't like needles at all.
I actually want to next year experiment with that CGM, the continuous glucose monitor, just to see like what foods work well for me for my insulin response, because I think it's good. But it also, you can see like what the sauna does for you, what the cold bath does to you. You'll notice like if you're stressed out, your insulin will raise and stuff. So that's why they say like controlling your stress, controlling your cortisol will actually help with your insulin and losing weight. So
that thing you're talking about, that's the one they have to implant in you, or?
Yeah. The two major brands right now are Dexcom. Mm-hmm. The G6 is probably one of the better monitors, and they also have a new company called Levels that has a pretty good CGM. I can hook you guys up with a code if you guys want to skip to the front of the line.
Wait, so who's gonna put this in? Like are they?
You gotta go to a doctor and stuff.
I mean, don't you need to have like diabetes or something to get all that?
Yes and no. So I'm sure if you have pre-diabetes, you can probably say, I want to control my blood glucose level, or you can just try to get into the level study or something. So
oh shit. I mean, if you do get it, that would be a really interesting experiment to see how that goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was interesting because
what did the video say though?
It just mentioned it like in passing. The guy didn't elaborate more than that, but it was I don't even think it was the same dude. It was a bodybuilder video, and they were saying how to tell if somebody's really serious about working out and stuff, or just wanting to lose weight. And it had mentioned, you have to, when it's time to go to the gym, you're oohing and ahhing, you're finding excuses not to go and stuff like that. And I'm like, yeah, and it's like, and when you want to lose weight, you learn, you look up how to lose weight and not how to lower your insulin. And I was like, huh. It's like, well, I've never looked that up. So I was like, well, maybe I should talk to Carla about it. So, yeah.
I mean, you can go down a whole rabbit hole about like how to actually control your glucose level. There's whole levels to this whole thing, right? So you can overcomplicate this game to levels that'll like make your head explode, right? So you can there's a thing called the glycemic index where diabetics, they have to look at each carb or each food, and it shows you what kind of insulin response or how fast your body uses that food, right? So the higher the number, the worse it is for you, or the faster it'll trigger your insulin response. You can do that, but a really simple trick in how to like make something better for you is just adding a little bit of fat to your meals, like good fat. So like maybe some salmon or some sort of thing, so that slows down the way your carbs burn and stuff. So
yeah, no, I think saying things like, oh, all you need to do is adjust your insulin and stuff like that. Like, if you make working out or losing weight or dieting overcomplicated, no one's going to want to do it.
Yeah.
Like I think it's kind of like teaching, like there's different levels for, everyone. And giving everybody the expert course straight off the back, like that's just going to turn people off. It's interesting to hear about because of, our podcast and stuff like that. But, I definitely wouldn't want to jump into the deep end of this one and having to look up things on the Glycemic Index and all that shit. And it's like, no.
Yeah, dude, even protein can be like, there's what's called the Diaz meter and stuff. And basically why vegans have to eat more calories just to get complete protein. So you can go crazy thinking about like optimal. And that's the thing, right? So like even today with my fat hacks, when we start to talk about it, it's you can spend all your time trying to be optimal and just say fuck it, or you could just like find something that works for you, something that you can realistically do forever and enjoy your life, so
yeah. No, I mean the way we treat food in the world right now, we were laughing because before we started, we saw a video of, I think it's a McDonald's in China, and they have stationary bikes attached to the tables. So while you're eating McDonald's, you can like pedal the bike. And I'm like, like if your food is so unhealthy where you gotta, or if you're, like if the food's so unhealthy that you need a bicycle while you're eating, like, maybe there's something wrong there altogether. Or, and I mean,
yeah, but I eat McDonald's a lot.
I know, and I mean, fuck, who doesn't? But I'm just saying, like, if their idea of instead of making the food more healthy, they're like, hey, let's install some stationary bikes as seats, But yeah, I guess somebody on TikTok posted it up, and it was kind of funny.
It looked kind of interesting.
I mean, like, who the fuck wants to be sitting there pedaling while they're trying to eat some shit, swaying back and forth? But that girl was going at it. She was eating, a burger or something, or drinking something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought it was funny. So the last Spiderman movie came out in the States, and, everyone's freaking out about all the shit going on in it. And one of the actors, Jacob Valtolone, apparently the dude from Hawaii, the one Asian guy in there,
the Filipino dude.
So apparently for his work, he has to stay fat.
Yeah, but he recently found fitness.
Yeah, so
he's one of us.
Yeah, he's one of the fat guys. So yeah, he lost like 112 pounds the past year. He started working out. He started doing like a vegan diet. He got personal trainers, and he was happy that he was able to do burpees, which is when you start from a standing position, you drop down like to a push-up position, and then you pull
squat back up. Yeah.
And he's like, I've never been able to do that. And I was like, what, never? Like, that's scary. But yeah, he got a new role with a show on Sci-Fi, some vampire,
Reginald Vampire.
Yeah, and he has to stay fat for the role, and it brought up the question: would you change your body for money? I guess pretty much. I guess one way or the other. And the guy we were watching, what's his name? Greg
Doucette.
Yeah, so Greg Doucette was commenting on this, and Greg was like, "Oh, if they gave me $1 billion, I wouldn't change my body." He's this big bodybuilder dude.
No, the thing was, for $1 billion, would you stop? You couldn't train. You couldn't live the life you wanted to live. Would you take it?
If I couldn't live the life I wanted to live, nah.
Yeah, that's
what's the point of the money? Like, if you're not going to be able to do what you want with it.
If it's just that I have to get fat, I'm already fat. So sign me up.
Well, I would think it would be the inverse for us. Like, we'd have to get fit, change our lifestyle for the money, where he would have to get fat since he's fit, But if they were offering the money and said, oh, you got to stay over this amount of weight, but you can do whatever you want with it, then hell, I'd probably do it and die real quick. But if they said, oh, we'll give you the money, but you can't do this, this, and this, and it's like the things that I love to do in life, then it's like, fuck that.
Yeah, you can't play games. You can't have sex.
No. See, we're already done. Like, you took away my two biggest things. Like, I'm done. Like, we're just quit. Just take the money. Fuck. Well, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Well, that just goes to show, like, money is not really everything. It's a lot, though. Like, damn. I mean.
Well, I mean, even the Valatoni guy, the dude from Spiderman, the work he did, and as hard as it is, like, he has the ability to, work out with a personal trainer, easily. And not everybody has access to that. And the craziest thing about the dude we were watching, the bodybuilder, he was like, you know what? Even though the guy, because he lost 112 pounds and he's still overweight, but the bodybuilder was giving it to him. He's like, you know what? Not everybody's going to turn from,
obese to a six-pack,
or just unfit to a six-pack. Chris Hemsworth was skinny dude, and then he turned into Thor. He
already looked good though.
Exactly, right. Kumail Nanjiani, he was just a scrawny dude, and then he just got bulked up. So it's like, you don't have to make the transformation into the whole Greek god physique to be better, to be healthy.
Some people would say that Greek god sculpture is not actually healthy, So.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's fucking hard. We're just talking about fucking the homework you got to do to it. Do you lower your insulin? Do you look at the glycemic index?
Yeah, but that dude's just like, I don't know. There's levels to this thing, so
exactly, and that's the point, and that's what I like that he said. He was like, you don't like, everybody doesn't need to go to that extreme, but doing something healthy, walking an hour every day, getting some sort of exercise in every day, doesn't have to be super intense, just something, it just to get that change. Like, I gave him props for it because he's definitely not into the body positivity, like, oh, fat is beautiful and all that shit. But
yeah, most people that I listen to are not, like Joe Rogan, those guys. They're like, fuck that shit, man.
Yeah, but they still give props for somebody losing weight even though they're still fat.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like, whoever these assholes are who make fun of people who are trying at the gym, fuck those guys, man. Those guys are the worst. Like, you should be celebrating those people that are in there. Because dude, I'm that person. I'm a fat person who goes in the gym and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, oh, dude, like you said, and the stress and all that shit, like,
yeah, it's hard to get in the gym, like, especially when you're like, when I'm fat, sometimes I don't like going because, like, people are, like, the questions people ask you, like, oh, why did you get so fat? Or like, oh shit, what happened to you? Like, oh, you used to look really good. Yeah, thanks.
Oh, God, I was teaching my class this week and we did a Christmas lesson, and I was telling them, something about Christmas, and I said, and one of my kids said fat. And I'm saying, and it was fucked up, and I shouldn't have said it, but I'm like, not like your mama, and I was like, fuck, but it like that's like, it was a reflex. I was like, who the fuck is this little fucker? Like, I'm trying to have this fun lesson, but that kind of shit, like, that gets to me, especially when I'm the biggest. Like, 99% of the time in the gyms out here, I am the biggest person in both ways, right? I'm the tallest and usually the fattest.
Does it make you feel weird when you're in America then?
Oh, I fucking feel hella thin.
Yeah, you're like, I'm in the wrong place.
Oh, God. Because that's why I never knew I was fat until I came here. I mean, I knew I was, but I didn't know it was that bad until I got to compare myself to, 99% out of Japan, which is much more fit. So I get it. When I go to the gym, and especially when motherfuckers want to tell you like you don't know, oh, wow, you got big. Yeah, fuck you too, buddy. And it's just the way people are. Like, there's no animosity behind it here, but like in the States when I used to do it, I started easily just like trying to run by my house, and they're like, hey, fat ass. And I'm like, well, not running anymore. Like, we like, people are just dicks, and you can't say, oh, well, you should just go work out or do all this shit, and then when you try, motherfuckers get in your way. So, I give the bodybuilder, Greg, whatever, props for like just being like, hey, this dude worked hard. This dude did a lot. It's not perfect yet, but it's in the right direction. And I think
his philosophy is like halfway to your dream physique. Try to hit half.
Yeah. So yeah, we all understand, and I think that's the biggest thing. Just do the shit. You have to create the environment you want. You have to. That's why you gotta choose the right people to train with. You gotta go to the right gym. Make it like just do whatever. Do it in a way that gives you the least amount of stress, so you can just focus solely on working out and in your diet, because those barriers, those intrusions will fuck up your whole mindset. Like, if you're afraid to see somebody at the gym, or if you're like, oh, I hope this person isn't here. I mean, fuck, we know about that.
We know all about that shit.
We know about that. Like,
all about it.
Oh my God. Going to the gym and not seeing the motherfucker you hate the most or that talks the most there. And you're like, oh, we get to work out and have no issues. Like, I mean, it makes us appreciate it more, but it's fucking night and day. Like, going there and not having to worry about anything, like, I just get to go have fun or do whatever the fuck I want. So yeah, like, the fat guys, we get you. That's what we here for. We get how hard it is, and we know you guys are doing better and trying to do what work harder. So yeah, just don't worry about that shit. Choose your friends, choose your gym mates wisely, pick your gym wisely, and do it slow and steady, man. That's all it is. But yeah, shall we hit the fat hacks? Yeah.
All so right. For today's fat hacks, we talk about like tracking your macros a lot. So what does that entail and stuff? So basically, get yourself a scale. If you haven't bought a scale, you're never going to be able to track correctly. So you need a scale. Okay.
A food scale.
Yep, a food scale. You need to weigh your food. I mean, after a while, your goal is not to have to track forever. Your goal is to get to what we call intuitive eating. Is you'll pretty much know how much a plate of food that you normally eat is, So when you go out, you can actually estimate how much food you're going to be eating, how many calories you're eating, and stuff. And once you get to that level, you'll notice like your weight will just hover at about maybe 1 or 2 pounds or 1 or 2 kilos at the most. Once you get to that level, you are set, because like how much calories you take in, and like how much you have to cut in your meals to actually start making progress. But until you get there, it's going to be really, really hard. Okay. So what I recommend is tracking for roughly about 6 months, and I mean, track everything. If you do a lick of food, or you eat something off someone else's plate, or you drink calories, or even if you drink a diet soda, write that down. Even if it says 0 calories, write it down. You got to figure out like what exactly you're putting into your mouth. Once you get all that stuff down, you want to get your calories to, like, let's say I am 200 pounds. Okay, I want to get my calories up to 1.5 times, and I want to be holding my weight. So I guess 200 times 1.5, how much is that, sucker? About 3,000, right? About there.
200 times 1.5?
Yep.
1.5?
Yep.
Sure. Okay.
So 200, no, 2,000, I'm sorry.
I'm about to say.
Yeah, sorry. So like add a zero to your add a zero, right, to your weight. So like let's say you're 200, so you'd be 2,000, and times that by 1.5, and that's how much calories you want to be at. Okay, so that you're hovering about that weight. So like, let's say you are hovering at a weight, but your calories are like, I'm 200 pounds, but I'm only eating 1,400 calories, and I'm hovering at that weight. It's going to be really hard for me to start losing weight at that calorie limit, because I'm going to hit a floor really easily. So what I want to do is I want to add maybe 100 calories every week until I get that number up and I'm not gaining weight anymore. Do you understand?
So what you're saying is you want to have it to where you're eating more calories but not gaining weight.
Yes. Exactly.
Making your metabolism
more inefficient.
Yeah. Yes.
So you want to do that until you get to that place where if you're 200 pounds, you're eating 3,000 calories and you're able to maintain your weight. Okay. So your weight may go up maybe 1 or 2 pounds, but no more than that. Okay. So you want to have that at that point. And once you get to that point, you can actually start cutting your calories, creating what's called a deficit. And to create that deficit, you want to just figure out maybe a way to cut down 250 calories from food and 250 calories from activity. So the best way to do the activity part is just to walk more, to move more. They call that NEAT. NEAT is non-exercise activity thermogenesis, right? So you want to have that as your goal. So you want to set your steps to about 12,000 steps a day. So try to hit that and just move as much as you can, stand, and you should actually lose maybe a pound a week, and it'll be really, really easy, smooth going. Mm-hmm. If another thing you need to do to hit your like weight loss goals is to control your stress. So you want to focus on what's called recovery, right? So you want to actually dial in your training. So if your training is super, super difficult, like if you're hitting CrossFit and you're not ready for CrossFit, or you're doing a program where you're not ready for, you're most likely going to get injured and set yourself back a lot. So try to figure out an appropriate training program for yourself. What I mean by recovery is try to like meditate when you can. Try to, before you eat your food, after you train, don't just like smash some food. Like, just take some time to actually slow down your body, relax, sit in the hot tub for a little bit, make sure to warm down and just like slow yourself down. And so you're ready to eat, because like if you're always eating on the go, for a while it might be okay, but it's gonna cause some issues with your stomach and your digestion, and trust me, it's just not a good place to be at.
So if you eat on the go, I notice I don't chew properly.
Well, you're just not mindful, right? About like sometimes when I eat on the go, I'm like eating like a muffin and then a onigiri and then some chicken, and like before I notice, I smashed like 2,000 calories. So just be mindful before you eat and stuff. Take some time to actually do your mobility and stretching, and get a massage, visit the chiropractor, do what you need to massage, and recover, So if that's, doing what Tucker does,
The fuck is that supposed to be? Fuck you. We got video now. Don't you be doing that shit.
Yeah.
I have no idea what he's talking about. What?
Jacking off.
Right? God damn it. So, fucking say it. Oh, no. Stress is fucking hard.
Yeah. You got to do that stuff. So.
Oh, no. I agree. I mean,
unless it's November, right? So it's no nut November.
God damn it. No.
We're going to do that this November. No nut November. You right?
I guess the fat guys are breaking up. The fuck we want to do some shit.
We're going to do Sober October and No Nut November.
2 months of fucking boring shit? Man, this is going to be the worst podcast. I'm going to be up here fucking angry. The fuck's going on? The fuck is there nothing good in the world today? What the fuck?
But yeah, and so, try to like get yourself into those, like something to actually relax you. Watch some comedy specials. Something, you need some joy in your life, Meme
videos. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I started crying.
Dude, that's the best. It actually works your abs and shit. Like when you're just laughing and stuff.
No, man. I started crying last night watching a video. They can have Siri rename themselves or whatever. And the guy said HAHA like 80 times. And Siri's like, so you want me to call you?
Was that a real video?
Like, I'm not even fucking playing. It was so real. And I started crying. Meme videos are so stupid, but you can never predict what's going to happen. So
we gotta watch more of those.
Oh my god, I watch those shits and I fucking cry. And it'll be just one, and it'll be fucking stupid. But you just didn't see it coming. You know, the one I showed you with the fat chick jumping off the cliff. Like, this guy's walking up with his shirt off, and then in the background is this big old woman, and she's not even diving right, and just it's in slow motion, and I just start crying. I'm like, I can't watch him at school. Like, holding that shit in at school fucking hurts so much. But yeah, last night I was just fucking tears, because that's what I do to raise my spirits. Sorry.
That and the other stuff we talked about.
Yeah, of course, yes, all that other, all the other shit too. But the meme videos, yeah, no, I mean, hell, that's what the mindset. Like, the endorphins that are released, like, you feel so good when especially when you laugh fucking hard.
Yeah, so like, you gotta enjoy your life, man. Like, if all you have is your training and then your stuff. If you like that, that's awesome. Like, more props to you. But some people, man, you need to have that, like, variety in life, some spice. You know, like, wars are fought over this shit. You know, like spice, right?
Yeah.
So,
no, the joys in our life, like, I mean, it's not that I don't enjoy training. It's everything else for me. I allow everything else to get in the way of it, and because I have no way to relieve that mental stress unless, you know, I go home and like play a game or watch a stupid video or something. So yeah, like, if you relieve stress by going to the gym, good job. If you don't, that's the kind of stuff you want to do before.
Yeah, you want to just find something to do, you know, and that kind of stuff. And then, like, when you put all that stuff together, you'll notice just like your life is going to be like, you have relationships and you have friends and you have your training. It all like works together and stuff, and you'll notice like your passions, if you're into training, will actually like affect your friends and stuff like that. So I mean, that's how I live my life and stuff. Like, I got my friends into cameras, motorcycles,
training.
All of my friends train. All my friends eat like shit because of me. Yeah, I mean, we just enjoy life, man. So, but
that's what makes it fun to do the journey together.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I may talk like I eat like shit all the time, but to be honest, like 90% of my food is actually not bad, you know. So the 10% is really, really bad, but
but still, that's a pretty good ratio. We'll allow it. I mean,
you gotta live sometimes. Like, if you're gonna miss some of your daughter's birthday cake because you can't have some calories, that's some messed up stuff, because she's gonna remember that stuff, or like your friends are gonna remember. You don't want to be known as that weird dude, you know. Like, I mean, you can be known as a weird dude like me or like Anthony, but like, you don't want to be that weird dude.
You don't want to go worse than us. We should be the limit.
Yeah. just I mean,
and we knew people like that when we first moved out here. Like,
we had some people who, like, at Christmas, like, some dude turned down a gift because
the spaghetti. Asian spaghetti thing.
Yeah,
you want to see my sister lose her shit? Fucking a gift exchange?
Yeah.
I'm not going to use this.
I don't want it.
I'm going to throw it away. Like, nigga, it was just
take it. Just take it and be happy. Be happy that you're able to exchange gifts with people, right? So
even though we just said all that shit about, you know, doing shit with your friends and blah, 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 pick your friends wisely. I'm telling you that right now. Like, if you try to have a conversation with somebody and they're like, no, you're wrong, I know everything, and you're just like, all right, cool, I'm out, you do you, peace. You know, that's because when you start doing fitness and you start doing well, all of a sudden people who are worse off than you want to tell you about the shit you're doing, and you're like, well, what? You know, you are double my weight now. How are you teaching me when you can't do you, right? So we got that a lot. And to this day, like, when people ask me anything, I tell them what I know, and I tell them I might not be correct, but
yeah, basically our philosophy is just pay it forward, man. Like help as much people along your journey as you can, right? Because, like, man, who do you want to be? That guy who always like, I was right, you were wrong.
A lot of niggas out here want to be like that.
But though. Why? Like,
I don't know. It is the most. It's
you know what I say a lot. Maybe.
Yeah. He's not even bullshitting on that.
Yeah.
He'll listen to the most retarded shit, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's interesting." I'll go look it up afterwards, and I'm like,
it could be true. I mean, like, dude, I'm like I have a really open mind, like, 'cause, like, you know, like, research has been wrong before, right?
Yeah.
if you stop learning from other people, you might as well just fucking just pack it up, man. Because like,
he treats people who are spouting what sounds like nonsense so sincerely, so it's pretty impressive. Because I'm like,
get that bullshit out of here.
Well, no, but it depends on how they come at it. If you're trying to talk to somebody and it's an open discussion,
Anthony doesn't like when someone talks down to people. He hates that shit.
Fuck yeah. Well, first off, I'm tall. Nobody should be talking down. No, I'm just playing. No, I don't like when people are closed-minded and then they don't want to talk about shit. They want to tell you shit. And it's like, I'm a grown-ass man. I ain't here to be lectured about shit. You know? I had motherfuckers telling me, oh, I know what's wrong with America. We need to burn down the government. And it's like, I just wanted to play video games. like what the fuck? How did we get from point A to point B? And it's like, and even after that, when I tried to engage, there was no discussing. It was just like, nope, you're wrong. And it's like, then why the fuck do I want to talk to you? Like, if we want to talk, we can talk. You know, if you want to say, hey, for me, vegan diet's the best, or IF, or whatever, it's like, all right, you know, everything works different for every person, so that's fine. But if you want to tell me I'm wrong for doing what I do, even though you've never tried it or done it, get the fuck out of here. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm all down for discussion. I'm all down for debate, as long as it's truly hearing both sides. But yeah, don't lecture me. Don't lecture me about shit. You know, unless it's work or something, I guess, you know, we're at a lecture. But no, that's for me. Anyway, yeah.
Yep. So those are our fat hacks. Use that, you know, like, think about it before the year ends. You know, if you need any specific type of coaching and stuff like that, you can just message us, or we'll do our best to help you out.
Sounds good. All right, let's get through the fucking random shit I found. Jesse Smollett was found guilty for the fake crime. If you guys forgot, he was the Empire actor who said
that the
Trumpers jumped him in like a racist attack, and it was 2 African guys who worked on the show as like background actors and his trainer. But there's no jail time, it looks like. He's just on probation or whatever.
Yeah.
Not surprised. A lady got a $4,000 tip at a restaurant and got fired. So
why did she get fired though?
So there was like this realtor eating group or something like that, and they go around and they I guess there was like a fuck ton of them, like 20 or something, and they all left, you know, a couple $100 as a tip. It was like their little thing they do, and they wanted it only to go to this lady. They told the restaurant staff or whatever, or at least they said they called ahead. So the lady was after they left, the restaurant was like, hey, you got to split the tips. And she's like, they told me they wanted to keep, that I'm supposed to keep. And they're like, nope, you got to split it. And I guess she gave the money to the restaurant and to split, and then she wanted it back because it was supposed to be for her, and then they fired her. And so it was on the news, and it was just like this past week, and she lost her job now. And now there's like a GoFundMe and shit for her, and like the people who did it, they were like, no, we wanted it to go to this one lady. She worked really, really hard, but you used to work at the restaurant industry, like you're supposed to split the tips with like the bus boys and stuff like that and stuff, right? Too.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's
a lot of fucking money. And
yeah. But I don't know why she should be fired for that though.
Oh, I don't either. Like they you know, the owners were kind of vague with why she got fired, but it was just, I just thought it was interesting. Like it's like who the fuck's like, hey, you know what? Let's go out and just give like somebody a $4,000 tip. You know, so. Yeah,
that's awesome though.
Yeah, oh no, I thought it was really nice, but it was just fucking random as shit. The weirdest thing I found out about, and I think this was like from maybe earlier this year. So we have a woman in New York who
Nancy Pelosi.
Insider trading. No, we have a woman in New York who broke up with her boyfriend, and it was just normal breakup. Nobody cheated or anything, but the boyfriend is mad rich, and he was paying for her apartment and her car lease. After they broke up, like they were together 4 years. After they broke up, she said she stayed in the apartment even though she started dating somebody else again, and still used the car. And she went on to talk to her. She said, yeah, it's what I deserved. because I dated him for 4 years. And it was like, And she was getting a lot of shit because people were like, yo, you dated him for 4 years. You guys broke up. He doesn't have to pay for your car rent, for your car or your rent. And she was like, no, I dated him for 4 years. He owes me 6 months. And I was like, what the fuck is this? So apparently there was a thing back in the day called palimony. Have you ever heard of that?
No, but I don't know. I understand where she's coming from, though.
I don't at all. Like,
so you're saying like she's not entitled to anything at all. If they were married, she wouldn't be entitled to anything whatsoever.
No, if they were married
So what's the difference, though?
4 years of a relationship, like, what did she do to help him with that money? And if they weren't even living together, she wouldn't even let him move in. And
so I thought they were living together.
No. See, that's what's weird about it. So she got it. So he's paying for her apartment, which she has with her son from her previous boyfriend. So he's paying for basically her and her kid. And now she's dating somebody else and staying in his apartment. And he hasn't kicked him out. Like, it's his choice. He didn't do it, but I think it's still kind of fucked up.
Yeah, but if he wants, if he doesn't say like shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, if he wants to, if he's rich, whatever. But it was her attitude that got me, because she was like, even if he tried to kick me out, I was gonna stay. And I'm like, but you can't legally, and no matter what. And it was like,
do you think this is really like? Do you think this is just what she's saying to get on TV, or this is really how she feels?
Well, she was on a YouTube channel, and it was not a popular one, and it seemed pretty sincere what she was saying. Like, she's very pretty, and I guess she does like OnlyFans and shit like that now. But she basically thinks that if a girl goes out with a dude, like, and then they've been together, like, for basically every year, they should get like a month of rent paid by that dude.
That's really weird,
right? That's what I said. Like,
it is, but I'm just saying, like, how do you feel about like Bezos and his wife, and she's like fucking mega rich? Like, do you think she deserves all that money?
Do I think? But I mean, they were together. They were together a long time. Who knows how much she helped him?
Yeah. So
with his venture.
Yeah. So we don't. I don't know anything about what this girl's done, or if she's like helped him at all with his life or whatever. So I can't.
If she's got a new man, shouldn't that be his responsibility?
I have no idea.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like marriage is one thing, and I mean, the only reason we even allow that is because.
So like if someone gets married and they get divorced, and like she has a new husband, does that mean that the other person doesn't have to pay anymore?
Yeah,
like,
that's usually how it works, right? The alimony stops if they get married again.
Really?
Yeah, Dr. Dre just got divorced from his wife, and the stipulation is, because even though they had a prenup, I guess he still has to pay her, and he has to pay her alimony until she is remarried again. So that's just how it works. But I don't know. I didn't like how she just expected it. Like, she didn't do anything. She didn't make any money. She didn't take care of his kids. And she said she deserved this. And when they asked her the reverse of that question, you're like, so you're telling me this man who, like giving her time to move out, like that of course is fine. Giving her a month or whatever, find a new place or whatever. But they were like, you feel entitled to take his money because you were together. They say, well, what if he wanted to have sex with you, because, he felt entitled to it. She's like, well, I wouldn't do that. And it's like, so you won't do shit for him in the other way. And they were talking about stuff.
So you're saying like, yeah,
like cooking.
No,
whatever.
I'm just saying like sex is, I don't know, that no one, like, yeah, I don't know if anyone should have to have sex for anything. Like,
oh no, I'm just saying like sex, clean, cook, anything to go the other way. And she's like, no. And it's like, well, that point you need to get out of his house. But I don't know. Maybe because I don't have a lot of money. Like, I'd be mad if a 4-year relationship where we were living separately ended, even if it ended on good terms, that I have to pay, for this person's stuff, for her car and her rent. Like,
that's hard, right? Because like usually, if you spend 4 years with someone, like you're not gonna, you kind of, especially if you broke up on good terms, you're still like, you still care about that person at some point, like you don't want her to like struggle or whatever. unless that's what you like. Fuck you, get out. You're, you know.
Oh no. I get, like I said, I understand from his point if he cares about her and stuff. It's her attitude, thinking that she's entitled to it. Like,
yeah, I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, she obviously wouldn't do it if it was reversed, and that's where like it kind of gets me. Like, as a man, are we expected to, like, we're expected to take care of people, but if she was more successful and he wanted to do that,
it happens though.
I hope so. Like, if that kind of stuff happens, the other, like, if it felt like it was a give and take relationship, then that's fine.
So, like I said, I don't know anything about the situation. I'm just saying, like, 4 years is a lot of time, man.
So if Grace dropped you, she'd have to pay for how many months? If 1 month for each year?
I don't know.
Like, how long you guys been together?
But if Grace dropped me, I'm just homeless, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like, under that woman's law, you would get a few months of free rent. So, how many months would that be? Do you know how many months you guys been? How many years you been together?
I have no clue. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Like,
I know. I just thought it was interesting. Like, it felt really entitled. Like, taking care of someone you love after you broke it up, no problem with that. Like, once they got a new man and stuff, and then they're living in the place you pay for, like, that's kind of weird. But
yeah, some people just don't have any, like, shame.
Yeah, and see, that's what I didn't like about it. But I don't know. I just found that to be really interesting. You guys, let us know what you all think. You know, should men have to pay each month for a month for each year they were together, or you know?
That's like four months. How did she get 6 months?
Well, to her, she was like, she deserved a little extra.
Oh, that's the rule, bonus.
The rule, she said, was about 3 months. She said, but because it's her, you know, and she did so much for him, 6. And I was like, And he has to pay out the rest of the 1.5 year lease left on the car. And I was like, yeah, I don't know about all that. But, yeah. Anyway, I thought it was funny. I just wanted to say some shit to distract y'all. Hopefully we'll have one more episode before the end of the year.
Don't hold your breath.
Hey, we did it today, so I'm gonna start the holding right now. But either way, we love y'all, motherfuckers. Have a Merry Christmas or whatever you celebrate and all that shit. And we love you.